Good morning. It's Thursday, April 11, 2024. Peace is a part to the prosperity of a nation. Let peace reign. On the news this morning, Governor Fubara pledges to partner federal government in tackling housing problem. Rivers State Governor promises action on education, health, agriculture. Former aide to state government slams critics of FCT Minister Wike. Families heartbroken as 3 teenagers drown in River State. Nollywood actor Junior Pope dies from drowning. On the foreign scene, U.S. President promises Israel strong support amid fears of reprisal attack from Tehran. I'm Ifichiku Moyali with the news. River State Governor Siminalayi Fubara says his administration would work with the federal government to address the problem of housing for low-income earners in the state. Governor Fubara said this when he received the management team of the Federal Housing Authority of Nigeria at the Government House, Port Harcourt. The governor promised to provide the Housing Authority with all necessary requirements to start work.
I'll call the teams that are concerned, the Permanent Secretary of Land, Commissioner for Housing. They are going to meet with you, assess areas that are still undeveloped, and you make your choice and we commence. You said something here very interesting. It's not just building houses because of the sake of building, but building in such a way that we consider the income of the would-be occupier. It means you have the people at heart. You're not just embarking on the project as elephant project. You're interested in the end product. It shows seriousness.
Earlier, the managing director of the Federal Housing Authority of Nigeria, Oyetunde Ojo, said the decision to solicit partnership with the state government in the provision of land is because of the strategic position of River State in the country. As you may know, the International Human Rights Commission says about 28 million Nigerians face a critical shortage of affordable housing. Some Port Harcourt residents also narrated to our correspondent the struggles they face in trying to find affordable housing options. In the meantime, River State Governor Siminalayi Fubara has assured that his administration will revamp the education, health, and agricultural sectors in the state. He expressed concern over the inadequate number and dilapidated condition of primary schools in the state. Governor Fubara said this when he received the Muslim community on an Eid al-Fitr visit at the Government House on Wednesday.
One of the key areas of our administration is education, healthcare, agriculture. It will surprise you to note that an agency came and they were willing to spend $5 million to train our teachers. I told them to go around and assess primary schools. After the assessment, you won't believe that 75% of our primary schools have no teachers. 90% of the schools are dilapidated. So when I say education, it's not education where we renovate schools and we call people for commissioning. We're talking about touching what is important.
Governor Fubara also assured that the 5 zonal hospitals will be revisited to make healthcare services available to the people. He said his government is already doing much to revamp the agricultural facilities, guarantee food sufficiency, and create employment for the youth, among others. The governor also thanked the Muslim community for their effort in addressing the farmer-herder clashes in the state.
Let me also thank this council for the great job they are doing for us in this state. I had a meeting with you some months back on the issue of herdsmen farmers, and immediately you started working on it. I can boldly say that though we still have some of this issue, but not like some other states that you keep hearing herdsmen, farmers dispute. You were able to bring this situation to a level where we could sleep with our 2 eyes closed in the states.
In a related development, the special advisor to the governor on power, Solomon Abel Eke, has joined in congratulating Muslim faithfuls in the state as they mark the Eid al-Fitr. Mr. Abel Eke, who spoke to newsmen at the Rumo Masi Primary School venue of the Eid al-Fitr celebration in Obiakpo local government area, admonished the Muslims to be steadfast, peaceful, and committed in their support to Governor Fubara. Now, he encouraged them to always pursue peace in their neighborhood, adding that River State has no history of religious clash or crisis. Our correspondent reports that those present at the Eid al-Fitr celebration include the leaders of the Sim movement in Ward 8, Chief Franklin Iche Odum, Constituency 1 Women Leader Josephine Wogu, Ward 8 Women Leader Stella Obilo, and Humphrey Adili, amongst others. Moving on, a former chief of staff to the Rivers State Government House, Emeka Nwoke, has hit back at critics of the recent political commitment of FCT Minister Nyesom Wike in Rivers State. Speaking at an Emoha local government area stakeholders meeting, Mr. Nwoke urged the critics to rather address the concerns raised about their characters. Now, he said the people of Emoha are in support of the FCT minister's alignment with President Bola Tinubu's renewed hope agenda.
This same group of people on the 13th of December 2021 went and woke our leader from sleep by 1 a.m. 20-something of them signed and asked him to come and run for president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He came. When it was time for the presidential election, all of them ganged up against him. The election itself came. Our leader said, vote APC for president, vote Senate PDP, vote House of Reps PDP. The same day, did it not happen that way? So when a man say, I will beat you, Shaggy, come and address whether he has beaten you, Shaggy, or he will not beat you, Shaggy. Leave name calling. When time comes for name calling, we'll go into name calling.
Also, the leader of PDP caucus in Emoha Council, Eze Paul Nwoke Wonodi, commended the people of Emoha for voting for Bola Tinubu as president in the 2023 general elections.
Because he told us to tell you to do that arrangement of voting and you did it. It is only fair to tell you that the dividend of what you did has returned home. That's why we are here today. Thank you. God bless you. God will assist you to do this job. We gave you the position and you return back to us. We'll tell our brother, God bless you to have had sight, to come back here to tell us we should do it this way. And we did it. And the result is this today. And we have you there. We will give Tinubu support in the renewed hope agenda. If we do that, we will not only be doing it for ourselves, we'll be doing it for Wike, who has us as his people.
Meanwhile, stakeholders in the Emoha local government area have resolved to support the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Tinubu's administration. The stakeholders in a communique at the end of a critical stakeholders meeting held at the Emoha Council Secretariat said the removal of fuel subsidy by the president demonstrates his capacity in tackling the economy, amongst others. The communique was read by former medical director of the University of Port Harcourt Teaching Hospital, Aaron Ojule.
After extensively, robustly and critically examining some important and current exigent national issues, resolved as follows. 1. That the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, has so far exhibited unparalleled patriotism in governance and the recalibration of our economy. We are particularly very grateful to you, Mr. President, for finding our son and brother, Nyesom Wike, worthy and capable of serving in the Federal Executive Council.
The communique also urged the president to be wary of some politicians in Rivers State claiming to support his administration, but are rather supporters of the PDP presidential candidate in the 2023 election who maligned the president's personality. Earlier, the chairman of Emoha local government area, Chidi Lloyd, says that the people of Emoha are grateful to the president for appointing their leader, Nyesom Wike, as the FCT minister.
Others, because it is proper to give thanks with a grateful heart. We are here to renew our commitment to the renewed hope agenda and to thank the president for finding one of our own, our leader, the leader of the People's Democratic Party in Rivers State, Barrister Nyesom Wike, for finding him worthy to be appointed as the first Southerner to sit as Minister for the Federal Capital Territory. And what he is doing is visible to the blind and audible to the deaf.
Correspondent Makwataka reports that the meeting was attended by PDP and APC stakeholders, traditional rulers and chiefs, amongst other dignitaries. Still to come, families heartbroken after 3 teenage children drowned in Rivers community. Stay with us.
Hey!
You're welcome back, and now the rest of the news. 3 teenagers drowned in a river at Rumoparali community in Obiakpo local government area of Rivers State. A father of the 2 of the teenagers tells our correspondent their bodies have been recovered and buried. He said the incident happened on Monday.
Along the line, the children convey with other children, follow Bakayaro instead of them to follow front. Went to play ball, from ball they enter Sandfield. As they went to Sandfield, according to the fisherman when I saw that, he said he has been pursuing them to go and leave the river. They refused. He told them that the river is so rough. Even when me arrived there, I see that the river is no go area. After the swim finished, coming out, my cousin brother now said, okay, he want to swim, that he never finished his own swimming, that he want to swim again, entering the river. He was shouting, help, help. My son drive inside to help him. The other boy help him. That is all of them take by the river.
The mother of the other teenager also spoke to our correspondent.
My son don't used to move about. It's because of this holiday. My body was doing me somehow. I started calling my son. One other stranger is picking my son's phone. He said my son is playing ball. I relaxed. So getting 2 hours, this particular boy brought my son's phone for me. I said, where is my son? He said, mommy, that time that you are calling, your son is in the river. That was how I saw my son that day before yesterday. So when we run to the river, I saw my son clothes in the floor. So only 2 sons that I have. They have collected one from me.
Our correspondent reports that the teenagers were buried by the riverbank on Tuesday. Similarly, Nollywood actor Junior Pope has reportedly died after he and his crew drowned in a river on their way to a movie set in Anambra State by boat. Movie producer Stanley confirmed this in an Instagram live last night while returning from a hospital where Junior Pope had been taken to. He blamed the actor's death on negligence.
This now it's very simple because the flying boats they don't get safeguard. You have to go and rent it from another person. It's a business, that place. Negligence. All those things are cruise they do. I don't go my house. Brothers did it. Wife. Mom say this guy see there for underwater. This guy was see under the water. They call him wife, make him come husband them to run for water. The wife they bring the husband from underwater. He shout for that place. I felt for her. I say, who called this woman for this place? Even the mother-in-law today there.
Yesterday, news of the boat accident filled social media with earlier reports of the actor's death debunked after he was recovered from the water and taken to the hospital. Lagos State search and rescue operations were on yesterday on the 3rd mainland bridge after 2 persons fell into the lagoon following an accident involving a commercial vehicle. The accident happened around 11 a.m. when the brake of the vehicle failed. Emergency management officials said Marine Police are leading the search operation. Other passengers were taken to the hospital. In another development, the governorship candidate of National Rescue Movement, NRM Sobomabo Jackridge, was released from custody yesterday. It was not clear which of the security agencies arrested him. Recall that Mr. Jackridge was arrested on Sunday at his residence in Usokun in Degema local government area in an operation that reportedly took the lives of 2 of his relatives. The women of Ukwo royal family in Aminiboko, Emugan clan, Abwa Odwa local government area of Rivers State have protested against what they called the undue rule of their paramount ruler, Uwema Emugan clan. The women marched to the palace of Odwa Abwa of Abwa Kingdom in Abwa Central, demanding that the paramount ruler should step down as a king of Uwema Emugan royal family. On the spot, the youth secretary of the Ukwo royal family says the paramount ruler had obtained a court order preventing the family from accessing the family land. He called on the state government to intervene and also hold the paramount ruler accountable for the crisis in the royal family. In his response, the paramount ruler of Uwema Emugan clan told our correspondent that the matter is in court and there is also a court order restraining all parties involved to keep off until the court gives its judgment.
And now, we'll bring you news from around the world.
President Joe Biden has promised Israel a strong U.S. support amid fears that Tehran could launch a reprisal attack after Israel struck the Iranian consulate in Syria 10 days ago and killed senior Iranians.
This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
That's a wrap on the news this morning. Before we go, let's have a look at the major stories. Governor Fubara has pledged to partner the federal government in tackling housing problem, promises action on education, health, and agriculture. Emeka Nwoke slams critics of FCT Minister Nyesom Wike. Families heartbroken as their 3 children, 3 teenagers, drowned in River State. Nollywood actor Pope has reportedly died from drowning. And on the foreign scene, U.S. President has promised Israel strong support amid fears of reprisal attack from Tehran. The news was edited by Constance Mega. To reach the news team, send an SMS on WhatsApp to 0808-721-7215. I'm Ifechukwu Moyeli. Many thanks for listening.